Hello everyone, I'm sorry I couldn't be there today, so I thought I would make this short video to share with you some of my experiences using the student completion feature on Schoology. In order to do that, I'll show you some examples from the summer course which I ran this summer, which was all student completion, and also some examples from one example from a unit I just completed for T1 English, which was student completion, but in a more blended environment. One advantage is how using student completion aligns with a student-centered approach to learning. With a course of work set to student completion, they can very easily see what they have done by seeing the green check marks, and also what they still have to do. And it makes it very clear what exactly it is that the student has to do right here. From the teacher's side, a teacher is also able to get easy feedback just by pressing on student progress. You can see where all your students are, who has completed the course of work, and how much exactly each student has completed. By moving the responsibility to the student, this could also be a solution to workload issues, where a student can look at how much work he or she has and when that work is due, and then make decisions about when they're going to do it, so they don't become overburdened on one particular night. Possible disadvantage to this that I've learned is that when students are given too much time to complete tasks, they may work, I've noticed that students can tend to work like a gas, just sort of filling up whatever space they're given, and procrastinating until the final deadlines that are given. So I would hope that that wouldn't occur if they were taking more than one course in which they were allowed to set their own pace. Another difficulty I encountered was that when students were asked to work cooperatively, more synchronously, if they're working too asynchronously, some students might enter into a group work project before other ones, and they might even move further ahead. The example I think of here is this test, which is number 15. Depended on a group project that I set as activity number 7. And some students who were moving through this course very quickly got to the test before people who were in their group had completed the activity for activity 7. So that created some problems, because the test that they took depended on a knowledge of some terms which were done in groups. So that's also something to look out for. I found that it was much easier to coordinate the pace of activity within certain parameters during the school year in a more blended atmosphere. And the first major unit for T1 this year I set up as a blended unit which students could complete at their own pace. But every activity or every other activity was introduced in class. And there was a review piece in it as well. So even if the student wasn't up to the online aspect, that when they got up to it online, even if they had forgotten what we had done in class, there would be a little review on that module. So it was easier to set the pace, or kind of keep things moving when things were more blended. The best piece of feedback I got on the summer course was one student says, "We learned more in less time," and then I asked the other students if they felt the same way, and they agreed with that. And that's also the feeling that I got. I felt that the learning was deeper. Now, I don't think it was only student completion that caused that. I think there were other factors as well. But I think the design of the course as something that students are following their own pace, getting through it, was a very important component to that. And I believe that students also said that they missed the class discussions. They missed being able to sort of say things and be wrong and get corrected, and that kind of thing, which happens in synchronous, more impermanent discussions in the classroom. So I think ideally I would like to create courses that have some design aspects of the online summer course and the experiences of the face-to-face courses to make a real kind of blended model that incorporates student completion and students being able to set their own pace.